With so many first-person shooters on the market, new entries to the genre have to deliver something original to stand out from the pack. If Chaos Studios' new shooter Homefront tries to do something to give you pause, it's tell a unique story in a frightening environment.
Against the wall!
These features make Homefront stick out from the crowd. Unfortunately, a great story and setting don't necessarily make a great game, and Homefront suffers from problems that keep it firmly in the realm of the good shooters when it tries to be great. Homefront foretells a dark future in which a unified Korea invades the United States in the year 2027. It sounds outrageous, and maybe it is, but the writers did a fantastic job of fleshing out a detailed backstory that discusses dark political and economic themes. Homefront's presentation is its strongest feature. As a fan of alternate and future history themes, Homefront resonated with me. But if story and shooters isn't your thing, you probably won't consider Homefront one of the cream of the crop FPSs on the market, and rightfully so. Homefront's look is aged, doesn't stand up to games like Killzone 3 or Crysis 2 by any stretch of the imagination. But at the same time, Homefront still portrays its dark environment effectively. It's just that, in terms of graphics, you're never going to be blown away by what you're seeing. The same goes for Homefront's voice acting and sound effects, which are good, but not revolutionary.
Take him away!
Homefront's gameplay is fluid, and while I have gripes with aspects of the overall experience, it's still a fun game. If you're familiar with first-person shooters, you're not going to find anything unexpected in the way Homefront plays. It doesn't try to do anything new or unique, so you'll still be aiming down the sights of an array of assault and sniper rifles, chucking grenades, and shooting a plethora of enemies, but it does all of this well. Unfortunately, for a game that tells a great story in an awesome environment, Homefront's greatest single fault is in its length. The single-player campaign is far too short. Its 7 chapters can easily be beaten in 5 hours, and apart from beating it on a different difficulty setting or trophy and achievement hunting, there's no compelling reason to play through it a second time. Gamers enamored with Homefront's story and setting like I was will still want to go back to find and read all 61 collectible newspaper clippings strewn throughout the 7 chapters, but everyone else will likely be happy with a single playthrough. On the other hand, if you're looking for a little multiplayer action, Homefront's a game that's worth your consideration. While there are limited options in terms of modes, it's the enjoyment I found with these modes that matters most. If you're willing to spend the necessary time, there's plenty to unlock and uncover in Homefront's multiplayer. There are weapons, perks, and accessories to experiment with, experience points to earn, and lots of maps to play around on. The maps are especially awesome since they take place in the same unique locations the single-player campaign does, like abandoned cul-de-sacs and survivalist farms. Homefront isn't a beautiful game in terms of graphics, or a remarkable game in terms of gameplay, but it was still fun. A short single-player campaign weakens Homefront's value, but multiplayer adds value to the overall product. Moreover, fewer shooters yet take place in a more interesting setting. While Homefront isn't a game I'd hold in as high esteem as the great shooters of this generation, it certainly left me wanting more. And that says something to me about the potential of this would-be franchise moving forward. For more on Homefront, head over to IGN.com.